software, I'll give them the video. The only thing is good when we call a meeting and people attended, because it will be more interactive. People's minds will always open up to ask appropriate questions, but we can't force people to join. That's just the truth. So we know that, I don't know, anyhow, I sent you the software, but most times I send software through WhatsApp. So the first thing is you download the software on your PC, but you can't open the software because the software is not for you to open. It's for you to use it on your MetaCode 4. And if we have it on MetaCode 5, you have to install it to your MetaCode 5. So I'm gonna start from downloading, then installing, then I will show us what I want us to know. First thing, I used to tell everyone that knows me in the industry, there's no 100% accurate solution to trading. If there is, there are people that will have been making, or they will have finished the market. So trading is just you and me to know, to have higher probability of trading. Supporting it with good money management skill. So once we have this, we can make the market every moment we have time or chance to participate in that market as a trader. So let's get our hands dirty. If you have a pen and paper beside you, please use it. And if it gets a reason for you, maybe you don't understand what I went to, or one or two things, I will send a link to the group as well, so that you can rewatch the video. So the first thing is, let me share my screen. I want to share my entire screen. Okay. You let me know if you are seeing my screen. Just yes. Did you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So now this is my entire screen. Now the first thing I want to do is to I want to go to where I downloaded the software. I normally put my software on downloading folder. Some computer or some people put, when they download, it goes to what do you call it? It goes to document folder. So the software we are going to use, I'm going to talk about, is we are going to use two softwares, two different software. One is a smart indicator. I think I sent that to Mr. Jacob already.
Yes.
Yeah. The second one is, we call it Trader Assistant. I sent you a copy as well. So
Yes.
let me go and look for two of them. This one is Trader Assistant, and I need to look for Smart Indicator. These are the two. I'm going to copy these two, go to my exchanger. This is Hot Forex Exchanger. This is a demo account just for us to simulate and for us to understand how the indicator works. How can we use it so that we can start doing our business. So the first thing is to come to the file folder, open data folder, then when we click on file and click on open data folder, we get this. Then on the MQL4, we try to open that folder as well. We need two folders out of all these folders. The first one is expert folder, and the second one is indicator folder. Let me open the indicator folder. These are some software that came with every MetaCode 4 or MetaCode 5 trading platform. So we want to create our own folder. I'm going to call this one Ola, my name. Then I open the folder, then I paste all what I want to use there. But remember, this is indicator folder. And I've pasted indicator and I've pasted trader assistant. Trader assistant is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be under the expert. So I'm going to remove it. I'll cut it out from here. Come back to my MQL4. Go back to my expert folder. I can create a folder for this as well and say Ola again. Then I open the folder. I paste the expert there. We are going to use this expert. We are going to use this indicator rather. So now I close the dialog box. Everything look like this. Then I'll come to indicator. For me to see the indicator I pasted here, I need to come to indicator, right click on it, refresh on it, and we're gonna see the indicator we put there. Remember, I put it in the folder called Ola folder. This is Ola folder. If I click this positive now sign, it's gonna show me the indicator here. Okay? So we've seen that. Then now the next thing is to go to expert. Expert 2, I put it under our Ola folder, but you can see it's here. If you don't see it, just click and right click and say refresh, like I did other time. Then this is indicator, this is the expert here. So now, that's the first thing we need to do. The second thing we need to do is to prepare our screen or our platform to get prepared for trading. So I'll just go through this. I got manual for everything I'm showing here, which I'm going within the week, I'm going to send to the group. You download how to install custom indicator, which I've explained in this video. How I install these two trading tools is there. The tools that we are using, how are we going to use it, how the reason why I use it, the manual, I'm going to send it as another support information later. So now I want to format my screen to look attractive, because if your screen look attractive, it will attract you to enjoy trading. So I put my mouse anywhere here, I right click, I remove grid. Once I click grid, the grid line will be removed. I don't want this moving average. I'm going to remove it, delete the indicator. I just right click on it. Then I got a very clean, a bit cleaned email template. So the next thing I'm going to do, I want to right click and come to property. The bar up candle, I want to make it green. The bar down candle, I want to make it red. So bar down candle, right, that one right, red, that is the one that we are using for selling candle, bearish candle. Bullish candle, which is up candle, click on it. Then I pick a line, green again. The bearish candle, which is our selling candle, I'm going to put red. Back. Okay. So I go to command. I want to see every other thing that I don't need. So everything is there. Then I click OK. Then my screen became like this. A little bit clean. So now What next? The first thing is we put our indicator there. So come to indicator folder, come to Ola or whatever folder you create, then you put it here. We drag, you can do that, you can drag the indicator from here to the charts, you can do that. You can right click on it and click attached to the screen. It's going to give us the same thing. Okay? So this is about the indicator, the common, everything is okay. We don't need to allow DDL import because we didn't use any DDL importation here in the code. Input. When you click on input, so we're going to see all the inputs like this. Everything here we can change, we can modify to our taste. But what I'm going to change here is just few things. If you look at this zone show turncoat, I'm gonna change it to zone show turncoat is okay, is at false, is okay. Then I'm coming to another place here called SMA shift, SMA line width. If we leave it at 1, it's gonna be so tiny on our screen. So I want to change this one to become 3. Then SMA arrow width. This arrow width is the one that is showing buying and selling our signal. I want to make it to be thicker as well. So now the indicator came with background effect that guide us to know which direction market want to change to or on which direction the market is. So I remember that here we make our candle to be green for bullish. So if we make our background to be green, it will swallow this color green and everything will be messed up. So we want to make sure we reduce this green so that it will accommodate everything. I'll put it a light green, or I don't want this pale green. Let me put light green to this, and the background color for selling, it should be red. It should be pure red like this. But remember, our candle is color red. So if we make the background red, what is going to happen? It's going to swallow this color and it's going to mess it up. So you want to use a color, another color to represent our red, something like this. So you can play with a few of them and see, but please don't change any color here, because it's a standard color for our support and resistance, demand zone, and supply zone. So the next thing we want to do, we want to come to colors. Remember, this color number 10 is our buy arrow. I will leave it blue because already I'm supposed to change it to green. But if I change it to green and there is a demand zone is green, it's going to blend to each other and we are not going to see it properly. So I'm going to leave it for blue. And the direction of the arrow will show us that this signal is telling us to buy. Then this color 11, I'm going to change it to something pink. Because remember, it's red, and if it's telling us sell is ready, a sell signal will be coming out in red color. But the issue is, if the red color is overlapping the supply zone is always red, the signal is going to be blended and we won't see the color properly. So that is why we are doing this. So now after changing all this, we say okay, and we're going to see our screen like this. So you can see the blue arrow, we can see the pink arrow, which is giving us another signal here. Our moving average is red, but let's try to change that moving arrow to, moving average to something black. I'm not so sure of this color black, but I'm gonna change all the red to black for me to at least pick one of them. You can see it's now black. Now, all what I'm doing now is to prepare my screen to be lookable and to give me the flavor that will attract me to my screen and to get a good alert so that I will feel okay to trade. So now you can see what we are seeing here, and I'm going to tell us everything bit by one. The one we see up here is called the dashboard. Why the dashboard? The dashboard will give us the picture from 1 minute time frame to monthly time frame. That's why we see M1 to MN, 1 minute to 1 month. So, and what is the market structure between 1 minute to 1 month? 1 month is down, 1 week is down, daily is down, 4 hours is down, 1 hour is up, 30 minutes up, 50 minutes is up, 5 minutes is down, 1 minute is up. If everything is down, you have 80% to 85% accurate trading decision. If they are mixed up like this, the way we want to trade it is either we are very, we enter the market and quickly come out, or we wait. Remember, patience is the key in trading. If you don't make money on Monday, that doesn't make you a failure or a failed trader. So you have to obey the tools you are using for trading. That is number one discipline of become a good trader. But if things is like this, if you are a daily trader, which we are, I'm a daily trader. Daily trader means I trade when market open, London market open in South Africa, and I stop trading when London and New York overlaps themselves. I'm done for the day. So those are the people classified as day traders. Okay, so I value the higher time frame, like daily 1 and 4 hours, a lot. So if I want to day trade properly, daily is telling me downtrend, 4 hours is telling me downtrend. I'm gonna wait here. I'll come to 1 hour, 1 hour time frame. This is where I'm going to wait to be looking for opportunity to sell, because I want to picture these two high time frame. But if I want to use 4 hours time frame as my higher time frame, I'm gonna make sure that 4 hours and 1 hour are saying the same thing. Then I'll come to 15 minutes to look for my entering opportunity to go the direction. So if you can be patient, at least 2 higher time frame following themselves, then you go to the third one to be the lower, and you wait for it to be watching it to go the direction of the two higher time frame. It will give you a lot of higher probability and opportunity to win a trade in time. Okay, having said this, because we are going to simulate this, I want to simulate this as the purpose of this meeting, because you must understand what you want to use. Okay, so now we see this red color is called our supply zone, while the green color is called our demand zone. So you have to understand how to interpret price and market price action on these areas. Very, very important. And we can use them as our support and resistance as well. It's okay. But The difference is that if you want to use it as supply and demand, supply and demand line is very tiny, and we call this one zone because you can see that it's a bit huge, you know. So that's why I call it zone. I always prefer demand and supply zone because it takes care of um, many price picture for me. Okay, so if you look at this supply zone, it's a verified resistant and retested one time. If you come to this support, it's a verified support because the system, the software, help you write what kind of support, what kind of demand, what kind of demand is the you are dealing with. We can see weak support. We can see weak supply. If they are weak, we can still respect them because all those levels are important in trading. So now, how do you interpret and use them properly? If you look at here, our background is red. Anytime our background is red like this, we are going to be looking for selling opportunity. Whenever our background is green, I want to look for green background. We may not get it right because there's no market is not opening, so there's nothing will change. But if our background is green, that shows us that we are going bullish. We are going to be buying. We are going to be looking for buying opportunity. So with this, we don't have so much headache to be asking ourselves where to buy, where to sell. So having done this, I'm going to save this as a template. So how do I save it as my template? I put my mouse on the screen anywhere, then right click on it, then come to template, then I'll say save template. Then I'll call this template any name. I can call it my template. My template. Okay? Then I save it. So now I've saved this template. Let's say I want to trade US share again. You can see we will need to start going through the steps I did to do this, but now we don't need to do that because I've created a template. I right click on it, come to template and say load template. I can click load template, or I can come to my template here and click on it. Did you see what is going on? So this one now is a green background, you can see, and that means we are bullish in this market. Okay, we're going to be expecting bullish. Then let's say this, we want to trade it, right click, template, my template, it comes up again. So this is how we are going to be reusing the setting we did. Okay, so having done this, the next thing to do is to put in the expert. And I'm going to put the expert here. I'll click OK. The expert will come in form of dashboard. Okay. So after I put all this, I want to close all this market watch. I want to click all this navigator bar. Then it became wide. I can see clearly. I can move my dashboard to anywhere I want to move it to on the screen. I can move it to left or right or center, depending on how do I want it, where do I want it to stay. So now, on the issue of the expert, I'll just give us an idea how to use it. But you get used to it properly when we have started trading with it. And I think I will be live. I'll be using this software live during the week as well. may not be tomorrow, so that you can picture how what am I using it for. Okay, now I've been saying this, and we set up our screen, we set up everything. Let's simulate. We're going to simulate the indicator, and we are going to be picking out, are we going to do we supposed to buy here? Do we supposed to sell here? Why we don't supposed to buy here? Why we don't supposed to sell here? Okay, that's the next thing we need to do now. But I don't know, because the market is shut down. I don't. Let me try to simulate here first. If it doesn't work, I'll go to the other broker that I normally use. So now, for me to simulate the indicator, I'll come to View, come to Strategy Tester, and you can see that another panel has shown. The first one is Terminal. This is a Strategy Tester. You see, Tester is put on top. I don't need this Terminal for now. I can close it. Then here, Expert. I want Indicator. I don't want Expert, okay? Then we come here, we click on now our indicator. Remember, I use Ola, then this indicator, double click on it so that you put it here. The symbol we want to trade, we want to simulate, let's just take pounds USD. You can see what I'm doing. Please, before I go further, just say yes. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Good. So now, having done all this, we want to test 1 hour, but I won't do 1 hour, because if we do 1 hour, we won't get any result even till tomorrow morning. It's possible. So I'm gonna do smallest time frame. Just to simulate, I'll do 5 minutes time frame. Then after I click on 5 minutes time frame, I come to the indicator, I change basic thing here, like I did on the real software. So what I'm going to do here now is just to change only this to something a bit lighter, like this. So I'm gonna say okay. Or another thing we can do, let me come here, let me come to, or let me right click, let me come to indicator list, let me click here, let me say edit, then under the input, let me say save here, then let me say indicator setting. We can do this as well. Then I go back again and say load. You see, this is the setting. I just right click on it. I copy it. You may not get everything at once, but the video will be available online later. Then you can watch and rewatch until you get it right. So now, I copy that settings. I come back to here. Then I'll say load. Then I put the settings, I paste it here. You see it here, I click on it, I say open. The reason is that I just want everything to be the same way it is. You can see everything is here back. I don't need to change anything here. Then I say okay. Then the next thing is I'll say start. Did you see? We start simulating. We want to use a candle. So now, as we are simulating this trade, it will be showing us the way it's going to be showing in real life. And this is where we make our decision. So give me 1 minute. Let me get a pen so that okay, where is this pen? It didn't come out. Okay, let's believe it's loading. Because here is where I'm going to explain to you why you should obey this, why you should not obey this. So if you look at here, let me start from, okay, no, can I use blue? Let me use something like pink, okay? If you look at this signal, am I going to trade it? I'll trade it, yes. Forget about comparing the time frame. I've told you is very important. Let's say this is my entry time frame, which I want to be using to buy to enter the market. Why am I going to trade this? The signal came out, and you know it's good for us to sell at resistance. This is a resistance. That means we have something to push the price below. So I'm going to enter this trade by selling. Okay? Then where am I going to put my stop loss? I put my stop loss at the back of my resistance. So stop loss, we are going to use stop loss in this strategy. Always stop your losses. And if you want to stop loss, if you want to trade, don't expose more than 1% of your account at a time. At a time, that means if I enter trade somewhere here, like I did, from where my stop loss is and where I enter the trade, the distance must be equivalent to 1% of my account. Very, very important. So let's keep on trading and take profit. You can take it any level. Is either you take it at 1-to-1. 1-to-1 means when market hits your 1%, you close it. Or by the time I introduce the EA will help us do this. And what did we see here? We saw that support has came out. Here, when you see a support, it's telling us that market will be difficult to keep on going down. Support want to push the market back up. So two things happen. If you are in this kind of situation, you are in this kind of market, and you make small profit here, what do? You close the trade and wait for market to break this support before you keep on going short again. So now we will need to be watching this signal. That's what we are going to do for the next 20 minutes, and we call it a day, so that this will let you understand how you can interpret using of the trading tool, this software. If you follow the instruction properly, I can guarantee you 80 to 75%, 75% to 80% guarantee of winning rate. So far, do you have any question while we are watching what the market is doing?
Yes.
Okay.
You've talked a lot. to keep all this in mind is difficult, but it's very interesting. I want to ask, does the background change automatically?
Yes, the question you're asking is already answering itself. Did you see what happened? You want to change to color green while you're asking the question.
Yes.
Yeah. So anytime market change to green, it's telling us that we should be start looking for, you see what I'm talking about? Looking for buying opportunity.
Okay.
But you can see that another signal came out here. Let me delete all the one we have done. Another second signal came out here.
Yes.
Somebody like me, I will respect this because my background is still red. The market move, came out very close to resistance. Did we see that?
Okay.
Though this is
Yes.
not good enough because there's a support here as well.
Mm.
So
Okay. Oh yeah. So we have to be putting it ourselves. The
you put
the
what?
software we have. Is there help from the software that now go and put buy or go and put sell?
No, when the software give a signal, you respect what it said. Because the software said we should sell here, then what do? You come to sell. You place the sell yourself. This is indicator, it's not expert. Expert will help you to buy or sell.
Oh,
Indicator will show you trading signal. That's why they are
okay.
two different things.
Or which one do you want us to use or do we use them
You,
at a time,
you
at the
use
same time?
you are going to use the two at the same time. When indicator say buy or sell, you are going to use the EA
This one.
to buy for you. You won't buy directly yourself. What did we see here? Do you remember that we have support here?
Yes.
Now the price has break the support, and that's why the support gave way. That means
Mm.
this market will go down for a while because there's
Yes.
nothing to stop it here again.
Yes.
Did you see what we are seeing?
Yes.
So,
So, but which one do you want us to follow strictly? Both of them or just one?
you see, EA will help you to manage your trade. Indicator will tell you to buy or sell. But when you are buying or selling, you don't know exact place market will turn back. So EA will help you to be managing all those turning back and make sure you don't expose more than 1% of your account. So they are doing different things. But EA, the first thing is to understand how the indicators works, like what I'm showing us here. Once we understand how the indicators work, then we use EA to manage the direction the indicator said we should go. And EA will make sure that we don't stick to our screen. For example, let's say you just want to see opportunity that can come within 1 hour, and after that you want to go out of the house to go and do something else for the whole day. When the software says sell, you use the EA to sell, and EA is managing it, then you can go out. You don't need to monitor anything physically yourself anymore. All this I'm going to explain, but the first thing, the foundation thing is you can't use EA without indicator, but you can use indicator without EA. So you have to understand indicator first. Did you understand the way I put it?
Yes.
Yes. That means if you can be a good trader without the expert, if you understand how indicators work. So we have to understand the indicator properly because we can do away with expert and use indicator. So that's why I'm saying the indicator must be the first to understand.
This thing needs it needs time. It needs you have to be there all the time.
What do you mean by
Otherwise,
we need to be there all the time, sir?
like let's say if you want to go to work and you have to be working with all this to be checking, or you place a trade and place a take profit, take um, stop loss, and you just go.
You don't need to be there always. And I'll tell you the reason why you don't need to stay. That's why I say you don't need to glue to your computer because you can eventually use the expert. The only
Okay,
time you need to be on your computer is when the signals comes out.
okay.
Immediately the signal comes out, you deploy your expert to start managing this signal. And you can go anywhere and come back home at night or whatever time you want to come back home.
Without even putting a stop loss.
The EA will do everything for you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Because we are going to structure the EA to let us know that EA, this signal comes out, but I don't want to risk more than 1% of my account. This is my 1% of my account. Keep on monitoring when I'm doing something else.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we can see our market is going bit by bit, and you can see that another resistance. So you can, at least now we can see why we should be respecting this resistance, and supports, because you can see that anytime market hits them, market respect them a lot. You can see now that when market hits this support, it pull back, hits again,
It changes direction.
yes.
But sir, after all this,
Yeah.
um, uh, can't you maybe set all these things for us, and we take it from there? Or you want us to do it by ourselves?
Doing it by yourself will be the best thing, sir. Because that's why I'm saying I'm teaching and I'm recording it. Because once you do it yourself, it become yours. The knowledge become yours. But when somebody is doing it for you, that means if you don't see the person in the next tomorrow, there's nothing you can do by yourself.
Sure.
So I don't like doing it for people. Most people that knows me, most of my students knows I don't do anything for them. I teach them how to do it, and the knowledge became theirs. It's not difficult. It's you have to practice, practice and practice. Like I used to say, knowledge comes first before money.
Yes.
So we can see how everything is going. We can use it to
Yeah.
scalp, which I will tell you is another strategy I will discuss in future. You can use the software to
Yes.
scalp. Maybe you want to just to take 5 pips, 3 pips, 4 pips.
Yes.
Yes, you can use it to scalp. You can use it to trade a very long hours that your market will be opening for days. You can do it like that as well.
Mm. Can somebody scalp in 1 hour?
Scalping is always good for short term. That's why I call it scalping.
Mm.
By the time you are going to 1 hour time frame, you are not scalping anymore. You see
Okay.
what happened again? The third signal comes out and
Yes.
still telling us to go short. That means at every time it's coming out, we can go in if we are trading manually. But if we are using the expert will still treat it as one signal that we enter from here. You remember we entered the trade from here?
Yes.
So expert will be managing it up to this level.
Oh. Okay.
You can see market has violated this support. Immediately this
Yes.
candle close, this support will give way. But if
Okay.
market come back, you see what I'm saying? It gave way because
Yes.
market closed below it. And when market closed below it, that means that support is now more valid. It's broken.
Mm.
So that is how we are going to use the software. So do we have any question? Again?
For now, I think I'll watch the. I think you're going to send the video, right?
Yes, I'm going to upload the video later today, send the link to the group for people who have interest to you to understand the software, because some of our people in the group, some of them didn't, they have not changed this. This is just a new tools I just created to support the community, because you know this one we are not selling. We give it to all our clients in a forex trading group. So it will help them to understand, and if they think they need the software, they will talk to me, then I can give it to them. But some of you that have already got it, this is how you are going to set it up, this is how you are going to use it. And when you get, and I don't know, maybe by first week of September, we are going to have a signal group whereby all of you will see what I'm trading, why I'm trading, what I'm trading, how many lot size I'm using, am I losing or I'm making money. So I'm going to set up the what we call Telegram robot. So I'm gonna put the link of that Telegram channel in the group. You can only get signal there. You can't chat with me because I don't want any communication there. We can only chat on WhatsApp. So from there, because I'm going to use the same tool for myself, so that from there is going to help most of us to quickly understand how to interpret the market using this tool. So I think that facility will come up within the week. I'm busy. I'm 100% working on it so that I can help the community as well. And I'm going to have a copy trade directly as well, which if you know you can't trade today, maybe you are going somewhere, you can copy me whatever thing I'm doing, while you are not around, you can copy my trade You are not paying, that one you're going to pay for it, but you are not paying me directly. Because that one, I've spoke to the broker that anybody who want to copy my trade should pay me so much. So any day I want to try, I can't trade. I'm busy with some things. You can set your account to copy trade from me from mine. So if I'm making money, you make money that day. If I'm losing money, you lose money that day. And if I'm losing money, you pay nothing. If I'm making money, you pay something from what I've made for you. So we're going to do that within the first 2 weeks of September. I think that kind of service will be ready as well.
I think that one is very nice because as for person like me, we are always busy. It's just that I just want to make some money aside
Yes, sir.
beside my work. Yeah, that is why actually I need that one.
Okay.
It's not a problem.
All right.
It's not a
Everything will be
problem.
communicated in the group. When the
Yeah.
boat is ready, I think the boat is already ready, but I'm still figuring out how people can interpret it, because when the boat is when the signal comes out, the boat will send you the screenshot of what you are seeing here. As you are seeing my screen now, the boat will send you the same screen, and the boat will tell you that selling on pounds 5 minutes. Then I immediately the boat send you the alert. I will intervene that this alert is not okay, guys. Trade it or don't trade it. And I'll explain why it's not okay. So it's part of support, very quality education support. And from there, you'll be getting it right. By the time you are in that in our group and you are getting those alerts for 2 3 weeks, you should be able to have confidence to trade on your own anytime you want to trade on your own. And if you are very busy, you can't trade on your own. You copy our trade, like I said.
So that is it. And copying trade is good in a way for me, as I said.
Yes.
But I will as well try what you're going to teach us now with the board. Um, but copying it will be very important for me.
All right, sir.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
depends the amount that I will have. That is what I will copy, because you may have a lot of money in your account, but me, I'm having maybe the minimum. You think I can copy your lot size?
Yes, all those will be set. For example, let's say you get $100 in your account, and I have $1,000 in my account. I think uh, from the broker end, they will give you opportunity to to reset to reset your equity to copy what your equity will power.
I see.
Yeah. So that if I'm using 0.1 lot size on 1,000, you don't go and use the same 0.1 lot size on 100.
Yes,
So
that's what I'm
on
saying.
100, you're supposed to be on 0.01.
Mm,
Yes, sir. I got it.
mm, mm. And that one, you will be the one that will, or the bot will set it automatically.
Like I said, I think the broker will give us that kind of facility, because we are going to use their platform to achieve copy trade.
That's right. And now we have not started trading, right? And yeah,
Yeah, we have not started trading. We start trading tomorrow. Everything I'm showing you now, if you can process it, you start trading tomorrow. Because market is going to open midnight today.
yes, yes. Okay.
Yes, sir. These are,
So when are you discussing next one again for the
pardon?
for- when are you discussing the expert? Or you're not discussing expert?
I'm going to discuss F partner is because you're asking questions, that's why I'm still waiting.
Okay, it's fine. You can go ahead.
All right. Mr. Buki.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Buki,
Yes, sir.
are you still there? You don't have any question for us?
I
Your mic
well,
is far away from us.
okay. How about it now? Can you hear me?
It's okay, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I don't have more question. Only that you have said it that you are going to make it available for people who have not been gotten possession of this experts advisor and the indicator.
Yes.
Please, is it linked to a specific broker or we can use broker of our choice?
If you are using my broker because I'm an affiliate to them, it's gonna be free. But if you are using another broker, and the reason why it's free, there's nothing called free. I used to tell the people truth. Because if you are using it on my broker pay for the services. And I'm not a greedy human being. So when my broker pays, you don't need to pay. The broker has paid on your behalf. But if you are using it on a broker that I gain nothing from them, then you're going to buy it.
Okay.
Yes.
If I may ask, which broker is that?
I'm using Hot Forex,
Okay.
regulated and licensed in South Africa.
Okay. Thank you. I think I have a demo account with them. I can open a live account as well.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
The recordings will be very useful
All
to
right.
some of us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye. I'll be waiting for the other parts.
Okay. No the problem. Okay, I think we will move to, it's like somebody want to come in here. I think we will move to, let me see. I think we'll move to, now we are going to move to the expert. Now we have simulated the software. We can see how it's giving us signal, and you can see how support and resistance are protecting our trade and telling us if we are going on the right direction, okay? So now we're going to stop simulating. Then we go back to the real market page, okay? So I'm deleting all this. So now, let's say we want to use the expert. I'll just explain the expert. You get it right properly during the real market situation. But I'm going to explain to you how we're gonna put it to use. It's the same way, we drag it to the screen. It's like I've done that before, okay? Let me just put it. Then we say, okay. Then it comes out. Then I can close this. So what are we using this expert for? It doesn't put trade by itself. For example, let's say we got sell here and we want to sell. So we come to this expert and let's say we have, let me make it a bit practical. Where is the calculator here? Great. Let's say we have waiting for the calculator to load. I don't know why it's taking. Okay, no problem. It work. Calculator. Let's say we have $1,000 in our account. And remember we said we must only expose 1% of the account, so multiply by 1%. That means our stop loss will be $10 every time we place a trade. That's just the meaning. So straightforward, no confusion. So now we come to the software. Stop trade, for people who have been using my Deriv expert, stop trade will only manage open trade. It will open more trade. Add close will close all open trade, including negative and positive trade. So this one is dangerous to use. You only use it when you know you want to close all trade, all open order, irregardless of their position, positive or negative position. You see, when you check it like this, it trigger and it close all the trade. Magic number, we use it to separate the chart of the same asset. Now, where do we really start using this software? Is from starting lot size. Let's say we want to raise $10 from $1,000. And we use 0.01. This 0.01 means we are going to look for 10 cents per pip profit. 10 cents per pip profit. So in that case, if we put 0.01 as our starting lot, we divide this by 0.1. That means our stop loss will be 100 pips away from our entrance. That's just the meaning. If we put 0.02 here, that means it's going to be 50 pips. Our stop loss is going to be 50 pips away from where we enter the market. So then the distance point, I normally use 50 pips distance between my pulling back, price pulling back against me. I'm going to explain that. Then profit, take profit in point. If my distance is 50, I always take half of it as my take profit. Now, what is these two? What are they doing? Let's assume that I enter market somewhere. I enter the market somewhere. And instead for market to be selling, market move against me. When market move against me 50 pips, what happened? The software will put another trade here, selling again. Like it's edging for us. This is the first sell. Now market, I sold here, instead for market to keep on going down and giving me profit, market move up against me 50 pips. The software will sell another one. That means we have selling one and sell two. Okay? But if market, first of all, move down and give me 25 pips, the software will close this profit. If market move down again and give me 25 pips, the market will close the profit again. It's only when the market moves against me 50 pips before the software will open another second sell. And if the software opens second sell and this second sell comes down 25 pips, remember we put 25 pips here. And market moves 25 pips in my favor, the software will close that profit again and it will open another one, close that 25 pips again. But if things doesn't go that way, that our market keep on moving against me, remember I enter here, sir, a market move against me up to this place, I put another sell. The software will be adding the negative together. Immediately the negative became minus $10, which is 1%. The software close everything because that is what we are willing to risk per trade. Is that clear to us, please?
Yes.
So we don't need to do the calculation. The software is monitoring everything and is going to close it at that 1% loss. So here, we just need to program. You can see this area. These three columns, I mean, these three rows, we don't need to do anything here. Just leave it. It doesn't work. It's just there. So another one we are going to change now is here we are going to use emergency exit. When we say emergency exit, you click on it, you check on it, and stop loss money in dollar. Remember we said $10. So you just put $10 here. Trading stop, I will not explain trading stop because I won't advise you to use trading stop. Stop loss is better than trading stop. So we're gonna off the check and use trading time. We're going to make it on and make sure that the software monitor our trade for 24 hours. If you put it off, it will not monitor 24 hours. So, but if you put it on, it's gonna monitor 24 hours. And after all those, you click either sell button for selling or buy button to buy. And we are done. So you cannot do, when you say buy or sell, you cannot leave home. Remember, if you want to use expert, your software, your trading platform must be on a VPS. For some of us that are trading derivative, we must understand what is VPS. But if you don't want to use this software, you can just put stop loss, take profit, and go out. The broker server will monitor that for you. So that is the way the expert work. It's just to complement and manage your decision for you. I hope it's clear, and if you have any question, I can answer it.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
The mic is so far, I'm not hearing anything.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Thank you for this opportunity that you have provided us. If I may ask, can we first try this thing on a demo account to see how good it is before we start pumping money?
That's not a problem. I'm going to send the demo version to the group that can work on any broker demo account.
Thank you so much for that.
But if you do the way the way I'm explaining, you don't have any problem. This is the same thing I used to trade.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, sir.
If the expert close your trade automatically after reaching, let's say, the $10,
Yeah.
will it put another trade or it has closed for that day?
It will close for that day. But you will be the one now that will instruct the software to reopen again, or you realize that market has gone opposite your decision. You want to reanalyze before you say the software should open again. So the software should start trading again.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in absence of no question, let's call it a day. Enjoy your week. We have a blessed week, blessed trading week. And trading is about being brave. Trading about asking questions for more knowledge. Trading is not a casino. We make money in trading almost every day. All my life earning is from trading. I love trading. I have passion in it, and that's what I've been doing for the past 22 years. So if you are willing to learn, you open your mind, it can be beneficiary for you too to make good income. I think Mr. Buki,
Yes, sir.
I think you can be a live witness to my result, right?
That's true.
Good,
That's true.
because I know I'm managing one account for you.
Thank you. That's correct. That's
So
correct.
this is what I've been doing. This is one of the accounts, Mr. Jacob. So I'm just giving you confidence that if you learn, you get it right. This account started 15 weeks ago with $2,000, and this is what we have done on it as a profit, and we have withdrew in it as well. And this is average what I'm doing with the software. I mean, with my trading knowledge per month. In May, we did 68% of our account. In June, we did 59% of our account. In July, we did 74% of our account. This August that will finish in a few days' time, we have done 42% of our account. So it's what I have passion for, and it's what I use to train people to try to understand. The only challenges in trading is don't come there for quick cash. Come there to acquire knowledge first. When you have enough knowledge, money will come in. So, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your day further. If you have any question, please, you can come to the group. Drop your question. As soon as I get it, I'm going to answer the question. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, but you say you're managing one trade for somebody.
Yes.
What does?
No, that one is something friendly. Is on a friendly level. So if you want it on forex, because this one is deriv, if you want it on forex, you copy my trade, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, nobody copies your trade on the rig as well.
No.
No,
Yeah.
only on forex.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you this thing? Do you do the same thing on the rig?
Uh-uh. I don't have system that can make people copy me on deriv, because deriv is so fast. It's a very fast asset. So most of the copier I'm deploying does not allow people to copy me. But I've not relent. I'm developing some other codes that you can use for copier. Maybe in future I'll be able to get through. Like I said, I
So
love helping people, and I work
yeah.
every time. I'm a software developer myself. Most of my software I develop them myself. So keep on working on. Maybe one day, it could be next week, it can be next month. We'll be able to allow people to copy our deriv signals.
Okay. Can I as well trade on the rig with your
Of course,
software?
you can trade on deriv. You can see the other person in the house too is trading on deriv, is trading on forex.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. With the same software?
No, different software, because they are not the same asset. They have different DNA.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. DNA.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Because they don't behave the same way.
Oh, okay. All right, sir. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.